54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Tomlinson.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Cunningham. That one complete to Anderson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cunningham. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Set the
From the gun, here's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Cunningham to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, here's Cunningham. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Cunningham, and he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. O.J. Howard His second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we...
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right?
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, check, lucky. Check, 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 check.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Cunningham looking to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because... Like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cunningham. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. From 17 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Cunningham. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Right there.
From the gun, Cunningham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Under 10, under 10, 10. Kill. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Following the interception, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw, Cousins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 3rd and long for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Redskins 35, Vikings 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the depth. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Get off the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cunningham. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Washington, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the